Hey guys, happy Friday. Okay, let me put my phone away. I was just taking a picture of this new foundation that I got either yesterday or day before. Wonder Skin sent me their latest Hyper Bond Serum Foundation. And I have to be honest with you, when I get something like this, oh, okay, here's the different colors. When I get something like this, I feel like I shouldn't even try that. I'm going to waste it. But I saw Karen Napoli use it on her video this morning, and it looked like it had a little bit of coverage and it didn't look too shiny. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try this today. And luckily, I could tell right from the beginning that Bliss was going to be my color. So I'm not going to swatch these only because I'd like to be able to give them away to one of you guys. When you guys order things on my website, I like to put PR and stuff in there. So I will put those in one of yours, and you're going to say, well, what if it doesn't match my skin? Well, maybe you can at least try it and see if you like it, or maybe you can mix it in with another foundation. But the one I chose is Bliss. Here it is. It has a pump, and I swatched it. I'll put the picture in here. I swatched it next to Hourglass Ambient 8, which is just like such a perfect shade. That foundation is fabulous. My two favorites right now at the moment are Hourglass 8, if I want more of a kind of a matte shade or matte look, and the Maybelline Serum in 210, I think, or 220. And the only way I can really make that Maybelline, I went through this with you guys in my favorites, so I'll put that up here. I know I repeat myself, but I was thinking today, when I do my videos, I have all these things going through my head, monkey mind. And a lot of it is because I go full circle with a lot of things. And I usually take you with me. I'm sorry. Full circle on so many things. And another thing is I was thinking, like when I try on different outfits, I think of all of us here as a big friend group. And we have enough like in common that brings us together and makes us get along and like each other, but we're different. And I was thinking of just like Sex in the City. You wouldn't expect Miranda to wear the same thing that Charlotte does, but yet they appreciate each other. And you wouldn't expect probably Miranda, I'm gonna pick on her, to maybe spend the same amount of money on the same type of shoes that Carrie does. You know what I mean? Like, we're all different. And I love that because there's a little bit of each one of those characters in all of us. And so I enjoy like showing things that may be more conservative or more trendy. And then you guys know what I like. I mean, honestly, every day I could wear a black dress, all black, all monochromatic, but I do have fun playing with the different things. Like I say, they're kind of like ingredients. So today I don't even have on an outfit. I'm like a paper doll. I just kind of put things on to be able to show you. So, okay, so that's that. And then they were nice enough to send me some more like eyeshadow sticks and lip liners that I'll just be trying and wearing because I don't want to go on and on about the same thing. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so a little bit of what's going on here. Walmart. I went to Walmart on Saturday. I had the best day. I think I already told you that. And there was enough things that I wanted to look at that I went to Walmart because see, John and Will go to Walmart at least probably every other day to get our steaks and different things. But there was enough things that were kind of particular that I wanted to go for. One being when, I know I whined about this I'll put it up here, my last Walmart unboxing, but I wanted to get some fragrance-free detergent to try all of my other ones with. I will have to say though, the laundry room or the last thing I showed you, they sent me a discount code. So I will put that down below, but I have enjoyed all of that, and I have not needed to dilute it. Like last night, I wore my Skims pajamas that they had given us at the YouTube conference, and when I got in bed, I smelled it. But John is right there with me, holding hands, watching TV, and he doesn't say anything about it. So it's not too much to me, but I thought I would try it with some of that other Glam Wash and Diva and all that other stuff. So I got that I wanted to get. And then I got a new plant. I'll put a picture in here. He was 50 bucks and it's a Monstera, which those are my favorite. And it's I think it's a Thai constellation and it's a pretty big one. So he is over there adjusting. He's like the goldfish that you have to let soak in the bag for a little bit. He's adjusting to my home over there. So I was happy to get that. And then, like I told you, I had been just like binge watching hair videos. And I had some like drugstore award-winning things to try because you can get lost in this. And I have gotten lost in this. And for that reason, I'm not going to show you every single thing I get. But these are the things that after I watched the most rational, not trying to sell stuff, scientific people on YouTube, these are the things that they recommend. Now, one thing I have noticed is I have frizzy hair and it's natural. I looked up I'll put the picture in here. It was my high school, my graduation pictures, which I took the summer between 11th and 12th grade. So that means I didn't turn 16 until 11th grade because I have a September birthday. So I was probably 16 or 17 years old. I had never had any color done. And you can see that my hair is frizzy. It's just the way it is. So I have been bending over backwards, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, talking to the dermatologist about my frizzy hair. And there is no amount of repair, oil, this, that, or the other thing that takes all of my frizz away. So in my full circle moment, what I have noticed that I like the most, what has made the most difference, and when I go back to when I did have the longest, healthiest hair, okay, I'm kind of going into a hair video that I'm going to kind of end that there and start with this. I've noticed that glossing, anything that uses the word glossing or smoothing is usually what works best for me because I have been using, it's not that I don't think it's good, but the K18, the this, the that, the hydration, and it's so disappointing when it doesn't even look as good as it did before you were even paying attention. So I do think we can go down a rabbit hole. And even when I'm like watching, what's her name? Abby Young. I have to think, she has straight hair, Lisa. She has straight hair. You don't have straight hair. So keep that in mind. But I did get some really good stuff. This is a hair silk bonnet. Best one I've ever had. This is just a random one I ordered off of Amazon. And it could be like a silky for a baby. It's so soft. And it's like totally silky lined. And it's big enough to, I tried the slip hair turban. That was not what I needed. Like, you have to put your hair up before you put it in that. I'm looking for something especially when my hair gets longer, when I have good curls and I want to preserve them, to not have to wear it in a high ponytail because that's what I do now. So that's why I got this. But I just wanted to show you because I think it's like the nicest one I've ever had. Okay, I wanted to show you a few empties just because I don't do empties videos anymore. Not because I don't think they're valuable, but if I could make a video every day, it would be good with me. I have that much stuff to say all the time, but it's impossible because videos take a couple of days to do and I have other things to do and my editor has to have time. So I decided to kind of the ones I want to comment on, bring here to show you. And I actually have another one. Okay, I've used all of my Alpha Ret Body Overnight Retinol Cream. And I went to the dermatologist day before yesterday to get Dysport. I don't know if it's taken effect, but she sells this. She's the one that told me to get it. I left there and went on a wild goose chase and ended up finding somebody I could buy this from, and she sells it right there in the office. And I don't know why I missed it or why she didn't tell me. But anyway, I've used a whole bottle of this. What do I think? I think it works. I think I have seen noticeable improvement in my body skin, notably little things flicking off. And see, I know how all that stuff works because I've used the whole Obagi Nuderm system on my face for so long, and I know what happens. But my gosh, there's not a lot in here for 120 some dollars. Now I'm using the Paula's Choice one that I showed you guys, and we'll see what I think about that. And, I'll report back. This is, I have a wee little bit that I will use, but this is the Kerastase oil that I've used for just bottle after bottle. It's the Ultime, Elixir Ultime. It's their heaviest one. I love this. I love this. Now, there are other heavy oils out there that I'm going to go into why. Okay, all oils are not for the same purpose. They're not all created equal, and I use different ones for different things. This one I use for the ends of my hair when it's out of the towel, and sometimes before I shower, but I have something else I want to tell you about that. This is for the ends of my hair. And I did just get a new one. Where is it? Yes, this is it. Versatile Beautifying Oil. It's in a new bottle now. And Kerastase is having friends and family right now. So I just keep ordering more things and getting their free gifts and free, like, look at this. I've got 2 of these. I've got, free samples, free gifts, because I keep thinking of another thing I want to get while the sale is going on. So anyway, love this. Will never be without it. And I know there's probably something out there that's just the same, but I will always use this. Okay, another thing that I will never be without is the Colleen Rothschild serum. So this is the oil that I like to use every day. Like, I will put this on in the morning when I wake up and I'm weighing myself. I'll look at my hair and I'll think, I'll just put a pump in my hand and rub it through the ends. After I curl my hair, I put a pump of this and just push it into the curls. I love it. I love it. There's just something about this. I don't know what it is. All of them are made of different oils, but it says it's much lighter than the Kerastase, and it says it banishes frizz, tames flyaways, and quenches dry ends with the lightweight, transformative power of cottonseed oil. All oils do different things. Neem oil, hibiscus oil, strengthen and protect. Feels soft and looks amazing, and I love the scent. I did notice that she has come out with a new hair care line that's focused towards your scalp, and that is going to come into play probably in this video and in my future videos. Another thing is these cotton squares from CVS. If you're in there, just get them. They're the best. I think this is, yeah, I had gotten some from Ulta, but these are the best. Okay, I thought I would give you my daily hair report. Today I used this. Brooke cleaned out my closet, my 2 closets, and I had hair stuff and makeup and just body care stuff everywhere where I would just put it on the shelf. So she took it all out yesterday. We gave a huge bag away, and then she organized it. And part of that was my hair tools. And I found this one, and I think it's the 1-inch Babyliss, and I used it today. And I like it. I like it. I haven't been curling my hair every day because if I'm not filming, like you'll see, I did some try-ons yesterday and my hair's so frizzy. And that's when I just knew, my hair's naturally frizzy. I mean, it's so healthy and soft under here, but it's frizzy. Matter of fact, I got Brooke to take a picture today when I was curling my hair of the underneath, how pretty it is. It hasn't been bleached, but it's still frizzy. But the top is definitely more damaged than the underneath. But this is what I used, and I love these curling irons. And I used it on number 28 as far as the heat goes. I think I looked it up one time, and that was 3 something. Okay, another repurchase from Kerastase. This just brings back good memories of my old house. I've always loved this incroyable blow dry. It's the Miracle Thermo Repositionable Miracle Shapeable Heat Lotion. It just basically gives you a little bit of smoothing, probably a little bit of heat protection, and it holds. It puts some oomph in your hair to hold. And then I got these, which are the Chronologist mask, which is good for aging hair and scalp issues. Those came free. And then I got the Kerastase Genesis oil. And this is okay, as I've been watching all these videos, I've keyed into, like, I've even watched Dr. Dre, I've watched some cosmetic chemist. You know how I love to get into stuff. And matter of fact, when Abby said that she went and got her trichology degree or whatever, I was like, that is so like me. Like, when I get interested in something, I want to get certified. I want to talk to all the experts. I love that she did that. So I'm just going to take her word for things and not go get a trichology or whatever it is. I know I'm not saying it right, but you know what I mean. So it's a serum, basically an oil that has arginine, racine to something, and caffeine. Okay, caffeine is one of those things that is known to be positive for hair growth, be good on the scalp, and has given some results. I think Dr. Dre kind of really got into that. So, and a lot of people just love this. So I got that. Okay. Then one of you told me about this and I ordered it immediately, like as soon as I saw your DM. And I haven't used it because I'm going to try to use at least just a couple at a time so I can give you my reports back. But this is the Obagi hair serum, and it's the scalp serum benefits. Lightweight, non-greasy formula promotes scalp health, visibly denser, fuller hair. Let's see. Biostem complex, biotin, amino acids, and peptides to revitalize, promote scalp health, and strengthen hair from the root. Okay, there are going to be things that, like, growing your hair is kind of multifaceted. There are things that can help you lose less. There are things that can help your scalp just be healthier. There are things that can actually kind of block the DHT that would help make you lose it. Like, even one girl was talking about eating pumpkin seeds, and you'll notice a lot of pumpkin seed oil in some of these things, a lot of caffeine, different things like that. So the peptides, like I've been using the peptide one from Whey, and I like it because it doesn't make your hair greasy, and I like it. And I think there's a certain amount of paying attention to something that pays off. Like, do you guys remember when the Vaseline, I think, hand and nail cream came out? And I remember I was working at a car dealership and people had it on their desk and they would put the cream on and rub it into their cuticles. Well, yeah, their nails look better, their cuticles look better, and maybe even their nails grew faster and better because you're massaging stuff on your nails every day. You could probably take any cuticle cream or lotion, and if you paid attention enough to that, it would probably help your nails grow. This is just my theory. And I think that putting something on your head that is conditioning, not too much, not too much, and massaging your scalp and stimulating your scalp, peppermint oil and a lot of those are good too for stimulating scalp. I think you're going to get good results. I don't think there's anything negative that could happen. So that's why I'm not expecting a miracle, but I do think it can't hurt. You know what I mean? And you know me, I'm someone who likes to have things to do. Matter of fact, I was listening to, I don't know who it was, but even when you learn about personal development, there are so many benefits to your life and your personal development and to your energy and everything when you have and you're working on a long-term goal. It can be your health, like getting your blood pressure down. It can be your weight, like becoming a healthy weight. It can be your fitness, like working on your muscle and reducing your body fat. It can be like working on healthy hair and being patient and making the right decisions and letting it grow and learning and doing the best that you can. That I've always been that kind of person. Like, I've always got a little something I'm working on. I have really gotten my sleep down pat. I get good sleep. I get good nutrition. I'm at a good weight. I'm on the path to the Pilates body. And this is just something, I think it's good for me. Like, you know how I say you need to be excited about something? That's how I feel. So if you want to be excited about your hair with me, let's get excited. Okay, another thing I was thinking as I'm like trying these different hair products, and I'm actually taking them to my mom and Brooke is using them too. So the bad thing is my mom has like virgin hair though. So she'll give us a good virgin graying hair. Brooke has the dark hair, but we all have about the same texture. But it's good to get, what different people think. And I was just thinking today though, there's really nothing new under the sun, right? There's going to be different fads that we go through, the keratin and this. And then you could just stick with Lonza trauma treatment that I've been using, how long now? Over 10, 15 years. There's glossing shampoos that were just marketed a different way. There's just new ways of packaging and saying things. I do think that whole K18 and stuff like that, I'm not saying they don't have, some good proof that it works, and I'm using it, but basically, it's about what we've been using. But what happens to me is I will kind of veer away from the things that worked for me because all this new stuff comes out. And then I'll watch a video and it's like, yeah, I used to do that. Oh my God, I used to do that. And it's like I forgot to do it. So that's another thing I wanted to say. This is, everybody loves this stuff. It is the Dove, and this is part of my Walmart, Dove Bond Strength shampoo and conditioner. Hair damage causes protein loss. That's why we created Bio Protein Care, backed by 10 years of research. This is another thing that I think. I love luxury. I love Kerastase, Oribe, but I'm not someone who really thinks there's anything wrong with finding stuff at the drugstore. I use so much drugstore makeup and everything. I do think it's probably packaged different. It smells different, maybe even feels different, but I think that there are big advances. So I'm not afraid of anything that I get at the grocery or Walmart. I just think, it's like I say, it's the Toyota and the BMW. They're both going to get you there fine. They're both nice, but you might have a different experience. So that's how I feel about that. But Brooke's got this, and I actually bought the mask too that goes with it. And I used these, and I didn't see like a difference in the health of my hair, but it did feel good. And it did feel not tangly and good and everything like that. Was it a miracle for me? No. And I don't need to use something a whole bottle's worth to know if I'm going to love it. But I will say when I used this, I had a good feeling. It wasn't a miracle, but it wasn't bad. Now, this Abby suggests to get, and I got for holding your curls, and I did not like it. It's plumping mousse, and it's so funny because I love the Kenra Platinum plumping mousse, but I didn't like this one. The Kenra almost has like a creamy feel to it, whereas this one was more like your typical mousse. And, if I used it again, maybe I'd like it, but I'd rather just give it to someone else and let them try it because I already know I like the Kenra. These things are going to have to beat what I already know I love. So this was kind of a not for me. Okay, this is something, and this is another, okay, I'm going to zip it and save some for my hair video because my hair video is not really going to be about products. It's going to be about important things that I've realized. Okay, this is the L'Oreal Elvive, which you guys know I love this. That glossing shampoo and conditioner is so good. It's one of the best things I've used in a long time. So this is the Glycolic Gloss High Shine Leave-In Serum. Okay, this isn't a leave-in conditioner. This is a serum. So I haven't tried it, but I'm going to. But I feel like there's something else. I know that Abby loves this one, the 10-in-1 multitasking spray. I don't think I've tried it. Okay, this. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place because there's just so much out here. Maybe I should have gotten it organized, but it's too late now. This, okay, this is the Pantene. You guys, I used to love Pantene. I used to use the 2-in-1 and loved it. So I don't have negative feelings about silicones. I don't have negative feelings about sulfates, and I don't have negative feelings about Pantene at all. I think that even society comes full circle when it comes with stuff like that. They're bad. I'm not saying I haven't ever said I wanted to use sulfate free. It's just the power to change your mind. The power to not be right is what gets you far in life because it's all about pivoting. You know what I mean? It's all about when you know better, do better. And so there goes that. This is the Pantene Sheer Volume. This is a good clarifying shampoo. I don't have it anymore, but the Redken creamy clarifying shampoo, I really think you need to keep all the junk off your scalp. You'll notice I'm not buying any dry shampoos. Another thing is I had an extensive talk the other day with my dermatologist, and she said that she has taken extensive scalp and hair courses, and she said there is nothing wrong with washing your hair every night or every other night. It's better to keep your scalp clean than to try to make yourself go a week. And that made me feel so good because even when I had my longest, strongest hair, I washed it every other night. And I think keeping your scalp clean, and this is another thing I noticed. I used to always think that like this part of my hair that I don't have any highlights, that's just color, it would be flat. And then when the highlights got there, it would be frizzier. I noticed the first time I used this, my roots were not as flat. So I think there has to be something to that. Like that oil just was getting oilier and not getting clean. And then another thing I wanted to say is it depends on the color. If you got gray hair like mine, I don't have pretty white gray hair. I have steely pewter gray hair with white mixed in. And whatever color or gloss or whatever Morgan was using on my hair, it would wear off. And I didn't realize that. I thought it was just the way it was. But the person that I'm going to now is just using Redken 9NN, and it's not washing off, even when I use, clarifying shampoos. So there's just so much going on when we do this stuff. Okay, 2 more clarifying shampoos that everybody loves that I've used, can say good things about. The reason I show you these is not so that you run out and get all 3, so that if you're using one of these, you don't feel the need to try the other. Pantene Volume is going to be, the easiest and cheapest. The K18 Peptide Prep and the Whey Detox Shampoo. These are supposed to be the ones that, clarify. You don't want to use them over and over. Some people with really oily scalps and really oily hair, they'll use that every time for their first shampoo. Then they'll go in with a moisturizing or something like that. So you know your hair. And are you sweating? Are you working out every day? Remember when I used to walk every night and I would come back drenched? I could barely peel my clothes off. Then you might want to do that. Okay, another one that they really brag about is this Everpure Clarifying. I haven't used it. So, I'll come back to you after I've used these a few times and let you know, like which one is my absolute favorite. Okay, let's go on to some makeup because I bet you're tired of hearing about hair. Okay, one of you girls messaged me on Instagram while I was in Los Angeles, and you asked me if I had tried the Dior Duo, the double-ended things. And I was like, wow, I was just in Sephora last night or yesterday because it was the day after I went the first time to the Grove. And so when I went back the next day to get some more things, I asked the girl, I said, is there any new thing that's double-ended from Dior? I said, I wonder if she's talking about the double-ended Charlotte Tilbury. And she said, no, I just saw something, just came in. And for sure, they did have something. So it's these lip duos that are, let's just face it, they're doing like Chanel. So they did not have the lighter color, which is ribbons, and this is what I have on today. They only had this one when I was there. And this one is called, it's number 520. They're called Rouge Dior Sequin. But I wore this yesterday, and it was so pretty. I looked at Brooke after I put it on, and I said, this is darker than my normal, but I like it. And it does last. So this one is, and I'll put these down below, the colors and everything. That one is the darker one. And then when I went to my Ulta this weekend, they had the lighter one. And this one is called, I think it's Ribbons. Yeah, I have the box here, Lisa. It's, Ribbons. So this is the one I have on today. I was so excited how pretty it was. So there is Ribbons. And, sorry, you guys, I don't know. Let me look it up. Hold on. Okay, 520 is Illusionist, but I'm glad to see that because it looks like there's a pink star, ribbons, and there's a Spectacular Nude. The only thing is Spectacular Nude might be dark. I think if I got another one, I would get pink star. but I really like this one. This is gonna be such a good, like, travel day lip. I noticed that, on travel days, and I don't carry a lot of makeup with me. I do have, like, one lip liner, one lipstick, but, this would be good. So, I recommend these, and they're the ones that they dry, and then you put the clear gloss on them. And okay, let's see if this is dry. Yeah. So they look glossy, but it doesn't get on here and it doesn't break it apart. And then I wore this lip liner both days so I could just, have it be able to tell you. But I got this a long time ago and I found it in my drawer. I'm looking for the cap. This is Nabla Close Up Lip Shape number Nude 3.5. And look how good it is for both of these. This is so good. This one is so good for those of you that like a little bit more color. Like you're more high contrast, you have darker hair and darker eyes. I think you would like this. But yet, I never felt like should be anchoring the news. Or, a lot of times that dark lip gives me that really made up formal feeling. And I feel like it makes me look older and more, it might even make me look more glamorous or whatever, but it isn't. I don't like it. I don't like it when I look like I should be like this, but I didn't feel that way. Okay, I will say I just cleaned my hand and took a picture for you guys to see, and that lip liner lasts a long time too. Okay, OPI red. What is it? Big Apple red. I told you the other day I bought this. This is still the Hermes nail polish on my nails. It has lasted so well. No regrets getting that. And the girl, one thing she said in that story, after she had worn red nails for a year and like her thoughts about it, I love red nails. One thing that she said that I thought is so true, she said, hair messed up, wearing sweats, it's okay. I have red nails. And I was thinking that even if other people don't notice, when you have good red nails, it gives you a different feeling. It makes you feel fancy or dressed up. And I feel that. I kind of feel that way like with the Lincoln Park After Dark, I feel kind of chic, like edgy. Now with the Put It in Neutral, I just feel more, I mean, that's a chic look too, but I just don't even think about it as much. So I really like the ones with even though I don't use the top coat or the bottom coat that goes with this line, I just feel like these are shinier in this silver. What is it? The infinite shine. Imagine that. Okay. This is something I bought at Ulta. I couldn't believe they had it. It's the Murad, again, going back to the body, Retinol Resculpt Body Treatment. It gets excellent reviews. And when I was researching the body creams that have the highest percentage of retinol, this one came up. And it's for PM, massage over body, concentrating on areas of concern. Reduce frequency if sensitivity occurs. It's not cheap, but I think it was cheaper than the other one. I think it was like 70 some dollars maybe. It's got specially formulated with encapsulated retinol that's tested and proven for 2.5 times enhanced delivery versus regular retinol for higher efficacy. Helps restore a firmer, more lifted appearance, which, I mean, I feel like that's not really what I'm concentrating on. I just want my skin to look healthy and vibrant. And various areas of concern while smoothing the appearance of cellulite, stretch marks, and crepey skin. Okay, I just noticed, like, okay, think if you don't exfoliate your face, but you keep on putting moisturizer on top of it, you're never getting the good benefits down to your real skin. And I know that because of using Obagi and having just like such real skin all the time because I use the stronger ingredients and Retin-A. And that's how I feel like it's been since I've been doing this, is I feel like when I moisturize, it's really getting in there and it stays moisturized longer. But, I'm on this journey. It's one of those other long-term things that I'm doing, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, this is another winner. Sorry, back to hair. I do have some fashion and other stuff too. But this is the Garnier Fructis. And I think a lot of people really like this. And this is one of Abby Young's favorite and several others. It's the hair filler vitamin C. Okay, vitamin C is another thing Well, of course, it's an antioxidant because you're wanting to protect your hair from free radicals and the sun and all that kind of stuff too. I don't know. Sometimes I think people go too far with that. But it's a system for weak, damaged hair, inner fiber repair, fill hair with strength, sulfate free. So if you are someone that wants to go sulfate free because of your color, I know redheads have a hard time holding on to color. I know Brooke has basically quit dyeing her hair, but when she was doing the dark brown, she didn't want to use even her dandruff shampoo, which, by the way, even I got some Nioxin I'm using. Even dandruff shampoo is good for all of us. This is something Dr. Dre was talking about. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the two something's all. There's two words, main two ingredients that they put in like Nizoral and Head and Shoulders. That's good for your scalp to use like once every 2 weeks or something. And you don't have to have full-on dandruff to have an itchy, flaky scalp. So that's something I would have never thought of. Okay, this is a body product that many of you suggested that I picked up in Walmart. I had the best day in there. You know, it was Saturday, it was crowded. Every aisle I went down, like my buggy was in the way, and I had gotten my plant as soon as I went in there. So I had my plant all over the place. But everybody was nice, and it was good to get out because I don't go that many places anymore when I'm home. I'm usually working most of the time or, spending time with my family. And it was a good day. I even thought to myself, it was good to be around, even a crowd of people because they were all so nice. So anyway, I don't know where I got off on that, but this is the Age Renew Retinol Overnight Body and Face. Wow. Retinol and peptide complex to reveal smoother looking skin overnight. Now, do I think this has the same amount of retinol as, like the Murad? Probably not. Definitely not as much as probably the expensive ones, but I think, what can it hurt? You know what I mean? What can it hurt? I think I'm going to try it. Okay, this, along with the jacket that I have on, was recommended from the Amazon Prime sale by Elle Magazine. It came across my feed and I just decided to look at it, and I'm so glad I did because I'll show you this and explain why I love it so much in just a minute. But I haven't tried this. This is Skin Cell Renewal and Rejuvenation Toning and Brightening Face Pads. And it's supposed to have a lot of good ingredients in here. Let's see. Daily facial pad is designed to target multiple skin concerns. Has a proprietary blend. It's for hydration, brightness, rejuvenation, balance, and firmness. But I have just really enjoyed using the glycolic pads and any pad anyone sends me down my neck, on my chest, and it had good reviews. So I thought I would just share it with you guys. And a lot of times I love toner, but a lot of times I think of it kind of as a toner. Okay, Trini London sent me her latest launch, which is the Naked Ambition Azelaic Acid, Exosome, and Vitamin C Serum. This is supposed to be a vitamin C serum that does not make your face oily. Evens out skin tone, promotes brighter skin, visibly reduces redness and blotchiness. I mean, that's my main issues. And I know I could probably go get a laser, but the last time I got the Blu-ray, it was like nothing. It didn't hurt. It didn't peel. It didn't do that much good. And so I've been discouraged. But if any of you have any laser recommendations, because when I ask my dermatologist, she just says the laser or V-beam, I think, whatever I got there. So I don't know. Let me know if you have any. And then I always think, well, I'm going to wear makeup anyway, so who cares? But anyway, so I'm going to try this and see how well it sits underneath my makeup. Does it make my face get oily? Does it make my makeup lift? And if it does, I'm going to use it on my chest and hands. So thank you to Trini London. I love Trini. I mean, I really like her personality a lot. I enjoy watching her. I relate to her, and I love how authentic she is. I know I use that word a lot, but it's true. Okay, this is something else I got from Kerastase. Is it? Oh yeah, it's the 8-Hour Magic Night Cream. Now, I have had this, and honestly, sometimes I don't even know what to do with stuff. But this is the 8-Hour Magic Night Serum, plant-based protein and niacinamide. But people love this stuff. I did use it. Okay, here's another little complication. I like to take a shower at the end of the day and wash off the day and just wash my hair and feel good. I'm not a morning wash my hair kind of girl. I used to be for years, but I'm just not now. I love being clean when I get in bed and stuff. But what I did is I used it like when I got home from lunch and the hours before. So that's probably what I'll do. But I don't really have a lot to say about it. I just got it. Okay, this, you will not watch a hair or scalp video without them mentioning rosemary oil. Well, I just happen to like rosemary mint things anyway. So I got the light version and I've only used it one time. I do think, like I said, the mint and the rosemary, I do think that there's probably some type of scalp stimulating qualities to that, and it could help. You know what? It could help. I know Brooke is a pretty big proponent of that. This is something that Abby suggested for Hold, and I love R&Co products. I think I've only tried one thing that I didn't like. It's called Grasp Intense Hold Shaping Balm. And I'll go through like what things to use as far as oil, leave-in conditioner, blow dry spray, shaping balm. Because if you're like me, I don't want to use 10 things, but you have to kind of know the order and what is necessary. So we'll go through that when I get to my hair video, which will be soon. Okay, Tammy, I always want to say Uppy's Beads because that's what her name was first, but Tammy from Tammy's Ageless Beauty. Okay, who has more gorgeous hair than her? When I went to go see her in Florida, I remember sitting beside her. I think we were in the airport. I don't know where we were. And I was like sitting beside her and I was like, oh my God, it didn't even look real. Her hair was like so fabulous. And at that time, I had never really had fabulous hair. I had extensions in and I was just in awe. So I texted her and asked her some of her favorites that she had been loving lately. And this was one of them. So I immediately went and got it. It's the Moroccan Oil Treatment Mist for all hair types. This is so good. It's, okay, it's a mist. Like, can you believe that? Like, okay, so you can see that it left oil, but not a lot. So for those of you that want it for, see, let's do this. Like a lot of my shine serums are like this. It's almost like they're in oil. I love it. Smells good like Moroccan oil, sexy. And I like it because like for that reason, and if I've already put oil in my ends and I've just done my hair, you can either use something like this or, you know, do it like this and then do like that. But no regrets. I've been using it every day since I got it. Okay, let's pivot a little bit. This is a company I had never heard of, Cakes, and they contacted me and wanted to know that I want to try their product. I bet you'll never guess what this is, but it is a fancy schmancy pair of covers. And I use these. Like I never go out of town without a set of these. And you know, I paid the big bucks for whichever ones that everybody talks about. And I didn't feel like they were that special. I used to use like the stickery kind, but it will irritate my skin. And whoo, peeling those off, not pretty. So let's see, solve boob challenges with innovative solutions, support women's health causes, celebrate the real women who inspire everything we do. We're so happy you're here. We hope you love Cakes. So I will try these and see, you know, how they differ from any of the other ones. I mean, they're definitely thicker and nicer for sure, but those are good with, sometimes I just don't have room in a shirt and I need to wear something like that. Or sometimes I just want to break because I sleep in a bra. Okay, this is another thing I got in PR like a couple of weeks ago and I just kept forgetting to show you, but it's from Heaven Mayhem. And you've probably heard that name like I have. Like all of a sudden everybody was talking about Heaven Mayhem, but these are the earrings that I got and I put them on this morning and I thought to myself, aren't we so lucky that the 90s have come back like they have? Like this is such a 90s pair of earrings to me and I love it. It's so cool that, you know, the 90s and the 60s are so nostalgic and they're often trending on TikTok because of the makeup. 90s, especially for supermodel, fashion, 60s for style, makeup. I mean, those 2 decades were pretty fabulous. And then I did not even know I was on the Origins PR list, but they sent me their Youthtopia. So pretty. It's kind of like I mean, the whole thing is pretty. Like even, see how the paper has that texture to it? I love that. But this is a Butter Way to Cleanse, vegan, naturally derived, powered by cold pressed apple seed oil, lock in moisture, shea butter to help maintain your skin's moisture barrier. It's the cleansing balm, which I love a cleansing balm, so I'm super excited to try that. It's the refining apple peel, which I will just use on my body, and the peptide plumping apple cream. So that's what I've learned is, even if some of these things, or even like when you try something for your face and it's not for you, don't necessarily give it away or throw it away. Use it on your body. So I'm pretty excited about that. I used to love Origins. When they had a full-on mall store, I think I used their makeup for a while. Okay, another thing I picked up at Walmart, just a scrubby. And was there any other Walmart stuff here? There's one Walmart shirt. Okay, so let's go ahead and stand up and I'm gonna show you this because I want to try on some other stuff. Okay, I'll go ahead and show you two things. I ordered this from Zara, thinking I might take it with me to Los Angeles because, okay, trenches, classic, in style every year. The cropped trench has really just, I mean, that's so popular. And I like it because I'm probably not as much your classic trench kind of girl. So I ordered this one from Zara and I wore it day before yesterday. You guys, you could tell me this was Burberry and I would believe you. It is so nice. Like, it's a real trench. You know what I mean? Like, it's lined. It just felt really good on. So I have just 2 thumbs up. Love that. Now this one is from Amazon, and it's the one that was a recommendation from Elle magazine. This is totally different. This has the look of a cropped trench, but this is like soft and like you could sleep in this if you needed to. You could take a nap. This is bunchy. You know what I mean? But it's classic. So there's like a time and someone would like either one. But this one, when Brooke steamed it, even she noticed how cool it is. It is just so nice. I was pleasantly surprised. It's lined. It has the back little flap. Let's see what it's made of. Okay, it's 94% polyester, the rest elastane, and the lining is 100% polyester. So it's a good fall jacket. And even, I'm always thinking about like traveling and things like that. It would be good on the plane because it's still snuggly enough. Okay, this outfit that I have on, this is not really an outfit. This is one of my wear everyday layery type things. And then the beauty of it is you change jackets, a blazer, a cardigan, a puffer, a long trench coat. This is one of those outfits that you just put on before you even know what you're going to wear that day. And it's from Lululemon. And Lululemon is nice, I have to admit. I love any type of pants that do this. Any type of elastic bottom, like blousey pants, give you instant style. These are light, and I totally think that we can do Pilates or walk or do anything in these pants, but they're still stylish. Okay, I have on my Prada loafers that I just showed you in my LA video because they are fabulous. They are so comfortable. I wore them all day. Let's see, day before yesterday. And you don't even think about, it's kind of like wearing a flip-flop where you just don't even think about it again. You put them on and you just don't even think about what shoes you have on. That's how these feel. They're just wonderful. I love them. So I wanted to just kind of show you what they look like. Well, you'll see them with the trench coat. Okay, I was so upset with my Walmart haul. This was my favorite thing probably from that whole unboxing. And it didn't get here till after I did it. But you guys, this is Sofia Vergara from Walmart, and it comes in black. Unbelievable. Okay, I wanted to wear this for the whole video, but I thought it might be a little much, but who cares? Who cares? Just you guys get it. Get it for you. Get it in the leopard and the black, and just use it. Don't worry about it. Use it to go to the grocery store. You didn't spend a lot on it. Who cares if it gets worn? This is one of those things. It is just, the collar, I always say, and like put your hair in it. Ooh, I just love it. I don't want to take it off. Okay, This I grabbed when I was walking through Walmart because if you want to be spooky chic and not, I was never the girl that went out. I mean, even when I was young, like before 21, I never wanted to dress up and go out. I was always the girl just wearing a black dress with a Halloween pin. I was thinking this morning, I think the first one of my favorite dresses was when bodycon dresses first came out. And do you guys remember, was it called the Body Shop? I think it was called the Body Shop. And when you walked in the store, you walked literally through two car doors. They looked like almost like two Volkswagen Bug doors or something to get into the store. I remember I got a black fitted dress and black hose and then my black flats, and I got a cool little pin, and I remember loving that outfit. And I think I was right around 20. And I just thought this would look good with, I'm gonna wear it just on Halloween, just for trick-or-treaters, and it's a soft fabric. Okay, if I were wearing this out for Halloween, and there was other ones, but I liked this black and white, I would wear it tucked into black trousers with probably an oversized blazer or like this black faux fur, or just depending on how cold it is, or a cardigan sweater or something. I would just let this be that little point. Ah, I love it. Okay, this is something I ordered a couple weeks ago thinking I might take it with me, and it didn't make it. And I've kind of noticed a little hole in my wardrobe, and I think I gave my last ones to Brooke. I need a pair of creamy sweatpants. Not necessarily, I think I want the ones like from Gap that have the cinched bottom, because I've got this and I've got some good sweaters coming up that I want to show you, like cashmere. And I think that's an awesome airport outfit. I saw a girl wearing something like that. And when I asked her where she got it, it was the weirdest place. When she told me, it was like I almost didn't believe her. This was a couple flights ago. But when I looked it up, it was kind of expensive and the fabric wasn't that great. And I thought, I'm not going to be able to wash this and it still look good. Oh, I cannot remember where it was. So I kind of want to mimic that outfit, especially like with an overcoat and, like with these or leopard or any type of little loafers or something. So good. I love Anina Bing sweatshirts. Okay, this is my favorite dress ever, the Aritzia dress, but look how beautiful the brown is. What I like about it is it's so brown, it's almost black. It's like coffee bean brown, and that's my favorite, like eyeliner brown. Okay, some more Lululemon. Today, the top I have on, I didn't even really show you good, did I? Is for those of you that aren't into the Skims, pumy kind of feeling, you just want something kind of tight fitted, but not spandexy. So that's what this is. Now, this one is more for those of you that are like me, and I love that feeling, but I have to say it's, of course, nicer and a little bit thinner and not quite as spandexy as those, but it's still that sleek kind of fabric. These are just so good as your base layer. And then I got this from Lululemon too. So I was thinking of things I can wear for Pilates classes and stuff too, and then also wear out and about, like underneath other things. And then this little hoodie type thing, but it's thin. I can still layer something on top of it. I like these two with blazers because then you can take the hoodie part out. So let's see. Yeah, and I got small. I believe in everything. Okay, these are dresses from Bloomingdale's. I got the black one and the cream one to wear with boots. Just little, kind of, let's see. It's going to give you a similar look to this. Let's see about yeah, these are going to be even a little bit longer with hose and boots and a long coat or a short coat or no coat. I just think, and this is like that boucle fabric, and they weren't crazy expensive. So this one especially, so Christmassy. I've always loved like ivory for Christmas, like for a family get together or for a party. All ivory is so like romantic and feminine glam type of a look for Christmas, I think. That is just really nice. Okay, it does have the mock neck. And then this one I thought was kind of Balmain inspired with the buttons. And this brand, Aqua, I did get the small, but this is a good brand for kind of like younger styles that aren't that expensive, but yet they can fit a woman's body. Because there are some brands that just, it's cut for, I don't even know who it's cut for, because when I see like teenagers and stuff, I don't know. I guess some are built smaller. Okay, this is the outfit that I wore and loved on the way back from Los Angeles. And I washed it in the machine. I dried it for on permanent press for, I would say, like halfway dry, and then Brooke steamed it for me. So came out looking great. Just such a good outfit. So this is from one brand. And then from another brand, I got these little sets. This is something else. You can see I kind of went on a little binge. This started it because when I saw this, I thought of the little short sleeve gray sweatsuit set I have from Aritzia that I always wear and I love. So I wanted to try this one. I will say it has a little bit of a texture in there, but I don't know if I would really wear these without like a blazer or a coat, moto jacket, something over it. I think for me, this is just a good base layer. And then you throw on your fabulous shoes, your fabulous jacket, your good tote, and you've got a great outfit that's comfortable. You don't care, if it gets dirty or whatever. Sometimes on a plane, you just don't want anything too precious. Okay, let's see. Okay, I do have some other product. Okay, so I put my favorite thing back on because it feels so good. These are some things too. Okay, this is another, I would have never, ever, ever looked at this line. It's actually from Ulta. I got it Saturday in Ulta, but it's Not Your Mother's Tough Love Bonding Conditioner that moisturizes, strengthens, and repairs. And keep in mind, all of these repair products work in a different way. So you may be asking, can you use too much? Well, I think if you're using protein or keratin, maybe so, but I plan on, I'll tell you my whole plan in my hair video, but I plan on kind of rotating. And I mean, I haven't used this, so I don't know. And this is the bonding shampoo. This is for damaged hair, gently cleanses, strengthens, and repairs. So we'll see how that goes. But Abby talks about those a lot. And then one of her all-time favorites is the Pureology Strength Cure. So I just grabbed little ones of these to try and just see. I feel like, okay, with the K18, I will deal with the fact that it doesn't make my hair feel that good because I feel like it's doing good things. But with a lot of things like this, if it doesn't make my hair feel good, like if it feels crunchy or dry, I'm just not going to use them because I already know there's other things that I can use that don't feel that way. So I will let you know. I already know that I love this line. Their invisible oil. I'm almost to the end of a bottle, and I like it. I really do like it. It's a little bottle, and so a lot of times I take that when I'm traveling, and it's kind of like one of those oils that does everything. Like I can put it on my ends, but yet I can put it all over my hair. It's kind of like a mid-weight oil. And then this is the primer. I've used this before. I think my friend Carrie, if you're out there, she told me that she loves this. And then this is the Long Last Styling Cream. I think I just picked this up all on my own. I saw it, and I just know that, that people will suggest styling mists and stuff like that. I just feel like my hair responds better to a cream. So I'm going to experiment with these things. Okay, I think we have come to the bitter end. You have seen my earrings. I love them. They're not too heavy. My golden tiger ring, Hermes nail polish. I get a lot of questions about this name necklace. It is solid gold. That's why I never take it off. I need to. I try to rotate them, and I got it from Amazon. So I will leave the link down below. And yeah, so let's see. Let me know if you have any great hair products that you think a lot of us would like. Let me know if you are Carrie, Samantha, Miranda, or Charlotte here in our group. What else? I feel like there's got to be something else. You know what? Hold on. I think I've missed two things. Hold on. I did. I skipped right over these. Look for a legging styling video coming up. These are really nice ones from Wolford. And these are from, I just got these ones from Aloe. These are from Commando. I love Commando stuff. I do. So I think that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Thank you for just all of your warm response, compliments, being my friend, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.